Hello, I'm Alexandra, or somebody knows me as Sasha. This is my short name. Well, I'm happy to start this course with you, although I can't see you. I'm happy anyway that you are watching this video. Please remember that these videos are strictly theoretical, and if you want to really learn this topic, you need to practice it. The structure of this course is quite simple. You have 4 videos where I explain you some grammar topics related to the adjectives. Then you also have a worksheet for every class where you can find a lot of useful exercises. Some of them we are going to do during the video class, so please have them prepared. And we also have the key sheet which you can use after finishing your tasks to check them. I also attach the presentation you can see now, where you can find the list of the new vocabulary as well as the grammar topics. At the end of this course, I give you a writing task which you can send me for my personal correction by the email that you can see on the screen now. And please remember that the tasks you find on the worksheets are to be checked by yourselves with the key sheet. If you have any doubts, any questions, or you just want to make sure that you have really understood the topic, remember that you have an option to book 1 hour of personal consulting with me, the option which is available online at www.elgatodecheshire.com. So, let's go to our topic, which is the adjectives. Why adjectives are so important? Because they really help us to express ourselves the best and most precise way. In order to add richness and color to your language, to create a deeper understanding of your ideas and experiences, you need to be able to use the adjectives and use them in a correct way. An American writer, Mark Twain, once said, "A man's character may be learned from the adjectives which he habitually uses in the conversation." And he's actually right. So, in order to demonstrate our brighter and most expressive part, let's enrich our knowledge of the adjectives. First, I'm going to explain you some basic grammar concept of the adjectives. And then we are going to go straight to the topic of this class, which is gradable and non-gradable adjectives. Adjectives, as you surely understand, are words that describe the qualities or states of nouns, like enormous, dog-like, silly, yellow, fun, or fast. They can also describe the quantity of nouns, like many, few, millions, or 11. Okay, they're also adjectives. Remember that in English we normally use adjective before noun. We can't say house big or view beautiful. We say big house and beautiful view. Be very attentive when you use adjectives in speaking. If you are attentive, you are probably thinking, why I have said that we normally use adjectives before nouns? Is there any occasion when we use them after? Yes, there is. When we use them as a predicate, and usually when we use them with a linking verb. For example, this school is expensive, but not very good. Driving is faster than walking. We are going to speak about the linking verbs more in detail in the second lesson. Now please, put this video on pause, open your worksheet and do the exercise 1. Here you will need to find as many adjectives as you can to the word I give you. All these adjectives should be synonyms or be more or less similar to the example adjective I give you in every case. Well, put your video on pause and do the task. Have you finished? Very well. Let's see how many adjectives you have found. Here are my examples. For beautiful, nice, fantastic, amazing, awesome, picturesque, gorgeous, and stunning. Seven synonyms. For friendly, not so many. We have polite, outgoing, or nice. The adjectives for boring, the synonyms for boring, can be dull, tedious, or monotonous. For terrible, horrible, awful, dreadful, hideous, ghastly, and nasty. Have you discovered any new words? Remember that in the presentation you have all these words listed, so you can check them up anytime. Okay, now we are going to the point, gradable and non-gradable adjectives. You have probably never heard about them, have you? The concept of the gradable and non-gradable adjectives is not very difficult, and we need it to understand what modifiers you can use with different adjectives. Don't worry about the terminology. You will understand what modifiers are right now. So, most adjectives are gradable. This means that we can have different levels of the quality. For example, you can be a bit cold, very cold, or extremely cold. We can make them weaker or stronger with modifiers. So modifiers are the words like a bit, very, totally, that can make an adjective stronger or weaker. Here is the list of some common gradable adjectives and some modifiers that we can use with them. Adjectives: angry, big, boring, cheap, cold, expensive, frightening, funny, hot, interesting, old, pretty, small, tasty, or tired. The modifiers we can use with them are a little, a bit, to make them weaker, pretty, quite, which sometimes make them also weaker and sometimes a little bit stronger, really, very, much stronger, and extremely, which is the strongest. Now please put again this video on pause and go to exercise 2A. Please only do the A part. Are you ready? Let's check what synonyms are suitable for every word here. So angry, furious, big, enormous, boring, tedious, cheap, economic, expensive, luxurious, frightening, scary, funny, hilarious, hot, boiling, interesting, fascinating, old. Here it depends on what nouns we can use, we put after this word. If we speak about a person, the word elderly would be a synonym to old. And actually this is the polite form to refer to people. And if we speak about, for example, a city, the right word would be ancient or historic. So let's continue. Pretty, beautiful, small, tiny, tasty, delicious, and tired, exhausted. Great job. Now let's speak about the non-gradable adjectives. As you have probably guessed, these adjectives describe absolute qualities. For example, something can't be a bit finished or very finished, but we still can make them stronger. And in order to make them stronger, we have to use modifiers like absolutely, totally, or completely. I love your dress. It's absolutely perfect. Here is the list of some common non-gradable adjectives and some modifiers that we can use with them. Amazing, ancient, awful, boiling, delicious, enormous, excellent, exhausted, fascinating, freezing, gorgeous, terrible, terrifying, tiny, etc. The modifiers we can use with these non-gradable adjectives are absolutely, really, totally, and completely. Now put this video on pause again and go to the part B of the exercise 2. Okay? Finished? Please check the table of gradable and non-gradable adjectives in the presentation to understand if your answers are correct. Let's make a brief summary of the grammar part. We use modifiers like a bit, a little, rather, quite, very, really, or extremely with the gradable adjectives, the adjectives which can be stronger or weaker. We can't use these modifiers with the non-gradable adjectives. Instead, we have to use other modifiers like absolutely, really, totally, or completely. Please note that really can be used with both gradable and non-gradable adjectives. Now, let's go to the vocabulary part. I am not going to give you any translation of this new vocabulary, because if I just translate you the word myself, you'll forget it in its meaning immediately. So the best way to study it is to check the new words by yourself. If there is a new word that you have never met before, please stop this video and open this page. This is the Cambridge Dictionary, online dictionary, and there you will be able to find the meaning of the word in English. Please remember that no translation is the best way to make you actually use your English properly. And now I would like you to think about what we can say about a place. Imagine that you are going to travel to some new country, okay? What do you need to know about it? What is the first thing that you would like to know? I think, of course, it will be the weather, right? What things should I take with me? So, what can we say about the weather? We can say that it is sunny, windy, changeable, stable, windless, chill, frosty, foggy, freezing, or boiling. The climate can also be mild or extreme, humid or dry, pleasant or unpredictable. Well, we have thought about the weather. Next, we can speak about how popular this place is. If it is crowded, empty, noisy, silent, quiet, serene, sleepy, dull, bustling, touristy, lively, or safe. Other qualities which are important for us is, for example, beauty or ugliness of the place. These we have already mentioned in the first part, but let's quickly repeat. We can say charming, stunning, gloomy, breathtaking, gorgeous, picturesque, or ugly. We can also speak about a place being industrial, dirty, huge, or polluted. Speaking about the age of the place, we can say that it is ancient, contemporary, or historical. And some more useful adjectives would be expensive, inexpensive, cosmopolitan, huge, coastal, hilly, mountainous, fashionable, poor, or quaint. So, these are the words we can use to speak about places. I will finish here my theoretical part of the lesson, and now you can open again your worksheets and continue practicing. Don't forget that in order to deeply understand and start really use the adjectives in a more natural way, you are advised to do all the exercises in the worksheet. Later, you can check them with the key sheet. You can also find the vocabulary and grammar of this class in the presentation for this lesson. Thank you for your attention and see you in class 2. Bye bye!